Triton over there is doing a little donut like he did earlier. And if you see the sea lions do anything, they can do a couple of different things in comparison to the harbor seals. They have really strong front flippers, whereas Triton has really small front flippers. So the sea lions are actually able to do flashy flipper spins, as well as some more in water behaviors also. All of these are really great for the animals, and they are very great exercise as well, since we can't exactly take our 600 to 900 pound sea lion boys to go and play on the playground or take them to the gym. They do things like this instead. Now, as you're looking at these guys, there are some very key differences that you can look for between the two animals. Aside from the sheer size and coloration difference, if you look really, really closely at their heads, you're actually able to see that our sea lion friend Ranger over there has little tiny ears on the sides of his head. Triton does still have ears, but he does not have the ear flap. So he can still hear, but he doesn't have those little tiny little ears like Ranger does. And another key difference between these guys is actually how they move around on land. So our sea lion boys are actually able to kind of walk around on their front flippers and rotate their back flippers underneath them to support them. However, the harbor seals has much smaller flippers, so they're not able to quite do that. They do this kind of bouncing mixed with a worm type of motion, and it is called the lumping. And our zookeepers here train all of our animals with a method called positive reinforcement, and this just means whenever an animal is willingly participating in their training and doing the behaviors the zookeeper is asking them, they get positively rewarded. And for our friends here, that reward is a ton of capelin, herring, and squid. And if they ever decide that they don't really want to participate in training that day, that is perfectly okay. We all have those days sometimes where we're just not really feeling it. They will just simply get fed their diet later in the day. Now our animals here are ambassadors for their wildlife counterparts. Ranger over here and his sea lion friend Maverick actually have quite an interesting story. They are both wild rescues. They were both stranded as pups off of the coast of California about 10 years ago, and they were part of a mass stranding event. They were rescued and rehabilitated by a marine mammal rescue organization out there. However, they were eventually deemed unreleasable back into the wild. They just didn't necessarily learn all the traits that they needed in order to thrive on their own, so they came to live with us here at Riverbanks instead. We don't know exactly why these mass stranding events happen, but one very likely cause could actually be pollution. Pollution is actually something that is a major threat to not only our seal and sea lion friends, but other marine life as well. And with these guys, that is because they're very curious and excitable animals, as we can tell, and they like to investigate everything within their environment. But unfortunately, they do a lot of their investigation with their mouths, which can actually lead to them ingesting some of this waste or even getting tangled in it. But we're able to do our part by recycling whenever we can and trying to limit the amount of single-use plastic items we use every day. Now our zookeepers have wrapped it up this morning, so I will as well. But if you have any seal or sea lion questions at all, again, my name is Brianna. I'm hanging out on the top deck of Sea Lion Landing. I'm glad to answer any questions that you may have. And if you guys are going to be hanging out around the zoo for a little bit, our penguins will be getting fed in the birdhouse, which is just across the main plaza next to the flamingos at 11:30. And I hope you all have a really great rest of your day here at Riverbanks.